everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So today I wanted to do a updated version of using all one brand, and I picked up a couple of new products that I think you'll enjoy. Like the one product is like brand spanking new as far as I know. I just saw it come out like not maybe a few weeks, and I'm very happy that we were able to get it here in Canada because usually we are kind of late to get things here. So I'm really super excited to see how it works. So if you're interested to see what products I'm using, then let's get into the video. So I'm really excited to do this video again. This is an updated version of the L'Oreal one. I was trying to look back, and I think it was almost around this time last year that I did a whole L'Oreal video, one brand. I've accumulated a few other products in the L'Oreal family, and there's a couple that I'm excited to try out. So, and I actually ran out this morning to grab this one product, and while I was out there, I grabbed my Starbucks, my cold brew, because I thought if I'm out running around this morning, I'm going to go and grab a Starbucks. So first I want to start off with, I've tried a whole bunch of different L'Oreal foundations. I love L'Oreal foundations, and the one that I go to a lot is the L'Oreal The Age Perfect, the Radiant Serum Foundation. And I did a whole first impression video, I'll link that down below, of the whole Age Perfect line. And I really enjoy using this because it leaves my skin very hydrated, very radiant looking. So I think the only thing I don't particularly, it's not my absolute favorite, is because it's more on the light side, like a light medium coverage, whereas I like more medium. I'm not a full coverage foundation person, but this is almost like a BB cream for me. So we're going to go with this, and I'm going to try using a brush today. I have started using more of a brush instead of the sponge, because the sponge I find absorbs a lot of the product of this one in particular, and it just makes it really sheer looking. So we're going to go in with a brush today and see how much of a difference that's going to make. I do like the applicator. It's just like one of those drop type of applicators. So I do like that it's not really touching my skin, and I can just apply it really like that. I'm just going to do half my face so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about, how sheer it is. And I'm just going to, this is a Real Techniques, just a buffing brush, and I'm going to stipple it on. I'm not going to brush it because I find when I use the brush on it that way, and it makes it like more sheer. So I'm just going to stipple it on. But it has really nice hydrating properties to it. But the L'Oreal brand has, like I said, some of my favorite foundations. But I've only used this, I think, on my channel a couple of times, so that's why I wanted to use this one today. And then what I'll do is I'm going to use my sponge after and just kind of blend it out a little bit more. But look at how pretty that is. It just leaves such a nice coverage. And as usual, my skin is already prepped I have my serum, my normal skincare like moisturizer, eye cream. The only thing that I did put under my eyes is I use that Garnier, it's like a roller ball, and it helps with the darkness under my eyes. So I used that this morning because the concealer that I'm going to be using isn't a full coverage concealer. It's actually quite on the light side for me because I do have such darkness under my eyes. So but I wanted to use it today just because it kind of goes with the whole L'Oreal theme. Okay, so there, I did just this one side. So you can see how pretty that side is, and then that side isn't done yet. So it's very, very nice foundation. Like I said, it's like for me, it's more like a BB cream. And with this foundation, I usually don't use a primer. I find it is just so hydrating that I don't need a primer, so that's one less step. Okay, so now I have both sides are done, and I'm just going to go in with my sponge. This is actually also a L'Oreal sponge. This is a really good one. I like this. It's quite comparable, for me personally, I think it's quite comparable to the Beauty Blender. And I just want to touch up any little areas where I think that there was, just needs to be a little bit smoothed out. But see how radiant, it just looks so radiant. It really is a really pretty foundation. If you don't mind it being just kind of that light coverage. I liked it a lot in the summertime when I just wanted something looking really fresh. Okay, so I think that's really nicely blended in. I forgot to also say, I went in and prepped my eyelids also too, because it's not a L'Oreal product. I just went in with the Too Faced, the Shadow Insurance. I'm really, really enjoying using this for eyeshadow primer. I do find it does make a difference between using that and also just a concealer to prep my eyelids. So I really, really enjoy that. It stays, the eyeshadow stays on really well and lasts through the day. I find my eyeshadow doesn't fade as much, and just the eyeshadow goes on a little bit better. So yeah, I'm really enjoying using that. But again, I did it off camera because it wasn't a L'Oreal product. So then for concealer, I'm going to go in. This is the Age Perfect, the Radiant Concealer. And I've been using that other concealer, that one that has the eye cream in it, but I wanted to use something else today. Like I said, this one isn't the best coverage for myself. If you don't have a lot of dark pigmentation, then this would be fine for you. But yeah, I just find it just doesn't give me enough coverage. I'm just going to take it up also, because can you see, like, I have so much darkness that goes right up into my eyes there. But I'm putting it right where I need it, in the darkest part. And then I'm also going to highlight with it. And I have a little bit of redness here and there. My eyes are dry anyhow. Under the eyes are very dry. So I do enjoy it for that. But I just wish it had a little bit more coverage for myself. And then this is just a little Real Techniques sponge, and I'd like to use this one for under my eye, because it's just a nice tiny little sponge. And I do get with this one just a little bit of creasing, but hopefully you can see how hydrating it is under my eye. So, but if you don't have like a really dry under eye, you probably won't like this, just because it has that really hydrating effect to it under the eye. So some people may not like that. I'm going to go in and do a little bit of powder. Now I don't have technically a L'Oreal powder. This is the only thing I don't have. What I have done before is I've gone in with the Age Perfect, the creamy powder foundation, and I have used this as a powder. It basically is like just a really, really nice texture to it, a really nice feel. But I wanted something a little bit drier today, so I am going to go in with just my Maybelline, my Fit Me. I have this in Fair Light. I'm just going to take a little bit on my sponge. I don't want a lot underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to set that, because I do like how it does look very nice under my eye with that concealer. But I always have to set under my eyes, just because that concealer does move around during the day if I don't. And because this concealer, like I said, it does get just a little bit of creasing under my eyes. And then I like how luminous it looks on my face. I just want to do a little bit in my T-zone, because I will throughout the day just get a little bit of oil going on there. So I just usually do right there on my nose and around my chin. And that's all the powdering I'm going to do, because I really do like how it makes my skin look. And then I'm going to start my brows before I do my eyeshadow. So this is just the Brow Stylist Definer L'Oreal one. I do enjoy this one. I would say out of all my eyebrow pencils, this probably ranks, I'm going to say maybe third. I have the Maybelline, my favorite is like Maybelline. That is my all-time favorite brow pencil. And then I would say there's a CoverGirl one that I really like. So this one, yeah, like I said, ranks about third. And it is in the shade Brunette, so it is a bit darker than what I am used to. But as we're getting into more the fall, winter, I don't mind like a darker brow. All right, so that's as far as I'm going to go with my face at this point, and the brow's done. So next I want to start on my eyeshadow. And L'Oreal doesn't have like a big selection of eyeshadows. They have like little tiny little palettes that have maybe like 5 little colors in them. So I'm going to go with my trusted, the Paradise Enchanted Scented Eyeshadow Palette. This again is one of my favorites. It's such a pretty little palette, and it smells like peaches. So how can you go wrong with that? I'm first going to start off, so I would just want more of like a softer eyeshadow look today. So I think what we're first going to start off with is this one right in here, this well-used one. And there is no like shade names to these. It's just called number 2. It's more of like a vanilla color. And I'm just going to deposit that all over the lid. Put that all over the lid. and right up to my brow area. And then next I think we're going to go in, it has the one that I just used on my lid was a matte shade. This one has just a tiny little bit of shimmer to it. And it's just this one right here on the corner. It has like a peachy undertone to it. And I'm just going to put that right on the outer edge. This palette unfortunately, it does have a lot of kickback, but just make sure you're tapping your brush off. They are very, like, I'm surprised sometimes of how pigmented this palette is for like a drugstore. And I'm just putting it right on the outer edge and then kind of working it right up into my crease and right up to the brow bone there. And then just to kind of darken that little outer area up and kind of go more into my crease, I'm going to go in with this darker chocolate brown color right there. And again, I'm going to take just a tiny bit because these are very pigmented. And I just want to focus that right on this outer edge. Just trying to deepen it up. And then just to lighten it up a little bit, I'm going to put that peachy color right there. I'm going to put that right on the inner part of my eye, maybe like the first third of my eye. And I'm just going in with this is an eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. Just like a flat brush. Just concentrating it right on the inner part. And what I like about this one here is it's a matte, not a shimmer, but it kind of gives the illusion of a shimmer. But what I like about it not being a shimmer is it doesn't accentuate all my fine lines in my inner corner because I have a lot of them. And then I'm also going to take that same shade and just run it under my brow bone in the center. And then I'm just going to take, this is the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. I'm just taking that. It's quite a fluffy brush. And I just want to make sure that everything is nicely blended together. It's a really soft brush, but I just don't want any harsh lines or any lines where you can definitely see the eyeshadow stops. Okay, so I just took those same colors and I just ran them underneath my bottom line. So I want to go in with a new product now. So this is a new eyeliner for me, and it's the L'Oreal Le Liner Signature. And I have this, it's a smooth glide mechanical eyeliner, and it says it lasts for 24 hours. Not that I'm going to have it on for 24 hours. And it says it's ink-like color impact, and it comes in this shade. So this is Noir Cashmere. There's two shades. There was this one here, this black one, and then there was a brown shade, but the brown shade, it just didn't look like it would be a nice brown shade for me personally, but this is so pretty. And it's not like a black. It's more of like a, oh, that's cool. Oh, I can just see it now through the light. It's actually see-through. That's very cool. I can see it's totally transparent at the back here, but it's not, it's like a gray black. So that's going to be maybe a little bit softer on the eyes instead of just like a harsh black. But it has a really nice tip to it. So I just want to put that on the top line, really close to my lash line. I haven't decided whether I'm going to wear lashes or not yet. So I don't want to tug on my eye too much, but I do usually pull back a little bit on my eye. I know we're not supposed to do that before everybody screams at me. I know, but sometimes it's the only way that I can just really get that eyeliner in there. Oh, it's very nice, very smooth gliding. Yeah, so that's not too bad. It's not, yeah, I can kind of see, it's not like a black. It does have like a gray undertone to it. I'm going to use a little bit in my waterline. But sometimes what happens is if I get it right into this inner corner right here, it'll start to fray throughout the day. So what I'll do, I think, is I'll leave you guys in the description box how it wore throughout the day and whether it frayed at all on me. Because I find that really annoying when I have one of these they say they're waterproof, but it does that. But I like how it's very smooth. It didn't like skip at all. Like sometimes it'll leave little lines where it's skipped, but no, it didn't do that. And I sometimes will just extend it past the lash line. Just give it like a little baby wing. And then I'm just going to put it in my waterline. But that is a nice shade. It's not, I don't think it looks too harsh. Now this is the product I'm super excited to try today. And it is a brand new product, and I am surprised being in Canada. We actually got it as soon as we did. So it is the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara. This is what I ran out and got this morning. When I saw it was in the store, I've been trying to hold off on doing like this video because I've been waiting for this to come in. So when I saw that we actually did get it, I was like, I have to do this video today. So what the claims are is mega volume, that's light as air, airy formula, puffs up your lashes to mega volume, a cushiony brush to catch and load every lash, and 24-hour volume that lasts all day. So it is very cool packaging. I think that's very nice looking. And oh, it's quite a thick brush. Interesting. So it says that 84% of people said feels light as air on lashes. So let's give this a try. I do really enjoy L'Oreal mascaras. They're some of my favorite formulas. The one that I really gravitate to is the Lash Paradise. I really enjoy that one. It's more of a drier mascara. Then I also like the Butterfly one. Butterfly one is quite liquidy. It's like a really wet mascara, but I really enjoy that. It gives a lot of volume to my lashes, but if you don't like wet formulas, you won't like that one. Then I've also tried just the regular, like the voluminous mascara. That one is and that one is so affordable. I know a lot of times I can get that for like $5. So it's a really good affordable mascara. And the other one, I think, out of all the L'Oreal mascaras that I've tried, the one that I didn't enjoy the most was, I think it's called Bambi Eyes, and I think it came out last year. Wasn't entirely sold on that one. That was my least favorite. So I do want to really try this one and see how, I want to see how the mascara goes on my lashes. I don't want to curl them today. Normally I would curl them, but so it is coating a lot of the lashes. It does feel very light on the lashes. I mean, that claim is true. It does feel very light. So that is one coat. So would I say it's really volumizing? I don't know if it's really volumizing. I think the Lash Paradise one gives a little bit more volume. So I'll just finish off the other side now. So this is after 2 coats I put on. It does feel a little bit, I'm not going to say it's like a total watery type of mascara. It is a little bit on the liquidy side, but I don't mind liquidy mascaras, like I said. And after the second coat, I did see it was starting to just kind of get a little bit clumpy. We'll see how it wears. What I'll do for the eyeliner and the mascara, I'll leave that in the description box below, how it wore. How I always judge a mascara is if it starts to either flake or smudge down like under my eyes here. But I'll let you know how it wears through the day for me. And I think I forgot to tell you guys, this was in the shade like a black brown. There was 2 other shades. There was black and then there was blackest black. But I like sometimes having like a brownie black mascara, and then it's not so harsh, I find. So we're going to go in and finish off the face now. And the bronzer I'm going to use today, I'm going to use 2 bronzers. So this is the L'Oreal, the True Match Illumi Bronze It. Cute little pattern. And I had this one in the shade 02 Medium. It deposits just enough of a brown, like a bronze on your face, and it's not too much of a like a dark brown. I find some bronzers leave you kind of like almost like too muddy looking, but this one is quite nice. It has, I'm not going to say it has shimmer in it. It's more of like a luminous bronzer, so it's not like a flat matte. And then I just want to enhance that bronzer a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal, the Havana. This is the Camila Cabello line, and it's the Sunlit Bronzer. And this is just going to darken up those areas. I want to do just a tiny little bit of contouring. And this is extremely pigmented, so I just need a tiny bit of it. I usually put it just on the back of my hand, like a drop. And I'm just going to use that foundation brush that I was using earlier. Just leaves a little bit of color, and very lightly I just put it along my hairline. It just kind of has that sheen to it. It's quite pretty, and I'm just going to deepen up that bronzer that was on my cheeks and along my jawline. It just kind of gives me like a healthy glow, but like I said, you just need like a drop. And then I was so happy to find a new blush by L'Oreal, but I think it was being discontinued actually because it was on, it has a red ticket on it for being cleared out, but it's the Paradise Enchanted. It's the blush that goes with that eyeshadow. Again, just smells like peaches. So it's just a really, really pretty peach shade, and I thought that would look really nice with this whole kind of bronzy, glowy stuff I've got going on here. But I'm a little leery sometimes when I see something on clearance, because I don't know whether it's being on clearance because it's not good anymore, or whether it's maybe just being discontinued and another product's coming in to replace it. So I just apply it usually right on my cheekbone and I work it up. Okay, so that's quite nice. I can see the peachiness coming through. Yeah, that's quite nice. It's definitely not a bold blush by any means. It's very subtle, and I usually push it right back into my hairline. And now I'm just smelling like peaches. And then trying to go with the subtleness today that I'm going. I'm using the L'Oreal, the True Match, the Lumi Glotion, and I've used this a few times now on my channel. And it is a very versatile product. I like to use it as a highlighter, which that's how I'm going to use it today. But what I could have done is mixed it in with my foundation, or you can use it before you put your foundation on. But one of my friends here on YouTube, her channel is Steph's Beauty Stash, and she asked me the last time, I just used it in my last video, and she asked if this was comparable, if I thought it was comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury, the Hollywood Flawless filter. And I actually haven't used that yet. I have bought it. It was kind of in my beauty haul that I had a few videos ago, but I actually haven't used it yet. I was thinking about using it today, whether I should do a comparison, but I think I'll save that for another video because I just kind of wanted to keep this L'Oreal today. So, but I do want to see if this is comparable to the Flawless filter. That'll be interesting to see. But what I do with this one is I just put a tiny bit on the back of my hand, just like I did the liquid bronzer. And I just take a fluffy kind of brush and I dab it onto the brush. And I just put it very lightly onto my upper cheekbone. But it gives such a pretty, pretty glow. And it's not anything too overpowering. If my viewers out there that like more of a subtle highlighter, I would highly recommend this one. It is quite beautiful. And I think I mentioned that in my last video. It's what I also like about it, because it's like a liquid, it's not going to settle into my fine lines that I have going here. And then I just run it down my nose, on my Cupid's bow. And what the heck, I'll put a little bit on my chin too. And I am really liking how that foundation looks today. I think it looked really nice being applied with the brush. So I think I'm gonna have to do that more with the brush, with that foundation. So for lip liner today, I'm going to go in with this Age Perfect, and I have this in this shade. This is Bright Mocha. But what I like about this one is it's called an anti-feathering lip liner. It is one that you do sharpen, but it doesn't, especially if I'm wearing more of a darker lip, it doesn't let that lipstick kind of fray up into all my fine lines that I have going on here. And it's very soft on the lips. And then I do have several L'Oreal lipsticks. I have one that's like a J-Lo. I love that one. It's like her a special edition line. Perfect nude shade. But the one I haven't used a lot on my channel is this one here. This is just like the color rich. And I have this in the shade 107 Coconut Plump. But it's such pretty little packaging. And then this is also like a plumping lipstick. Beautiful shade. And I have filled in, like I always do, filled in my lips with the lip liner. But it is a plumping lipstick, whereas I've used plumping lip glosses before. I've used the Too Faced, the lip injection. I had that on my lips actually before I started filming. I threw that on my lips. But this is so weird for like a lipstick, and I can feel it tingling on my lips. It's the first time I used it, I was so surprised. I didn't expect that from a lipstick, and I just love the shade. It's just the perfect shade, and I don't have to use a gloss with it because it is very luminous and glossy. So I like the fact that I don't have to go in with an additional lip gloss. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I really do like how the foundation does look today. Like I said, I think it applied much better with the brush. I do like that. And then the concealer's, you know, it's very hydrating. You can kind of see under my eyes, hopefully, that, let me just turn the light down just a tiny little bit. But you can see how, even though I did use a little bit of powder, it is very hydrating under the eye. So I do enjoy the concealer, just wished it was a little bit more coverage. And it's not something like concealer. I don't like to build up concealer. It's fine to build up foundation and try and get it to not look cakey, but especially under my eyes, when I try and build up concealer, it just looks awful because you can just put too much under your eye and it just looks awful. So I wished it just had a tiny little bit more coverage to it. Otherwise, it is a very nice concealer. So if you don't have a lot of dark pigmentation, you would probably really enjoy it. And the other kind of a couple of little things, the blush, it is a very pretty little blush. I think that I had to kind of work at getting the blush on. You could kind of see it after like I put a couple of little strokes on it. But it's not something definitely that's like a bold blush. So if you like more of a bolder blush, you probably won't like that. And then I'll let you know about the mascara and the eyeliner and how they work. So far, it's not fraying at all in my waterlines, or it's not fraying like in the corners at all. So that's an excellent sign. And then I am just in love with this lipstick. I love it. Like it's still tingling. It's been a couple minutes now, and it is still tingling on my lips. I don't know whether my lips, I don't know. I always say that, and then I forget to do like a before and after for you guys. I should make a note to myself. Okay, before I put that on, what does it look like before I put the lipstick on, or any sort of plumping stuff that I put on? And then the eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna close it, but you can see, yeah, definitely a lot of kickback in the palette. But that's okay. I enjoy the shades. I think the shades turned out really pretty today. And then I always love this bronzer, and I think it looked really well when I paired it with the liquid bronzer. It just enhanced it, just took it to another level. So I really enjoyed using those combination of the two. Other than that, I think I covered everything. So before you go, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I upload a new video, and give this video a big thumbs up. So let me know in the comments below sort of what sort of brands that you guys like. I think I have enough to do a Physicians Formula, full face of Physicians Formula, and I think I have enough to do an e.l.f. video full face. And what I would like to do is do an updated version of my Maybelline, because I did a Maybelline, like I think Maybelline was either like my third or fourth video that I did like way back, like last May sometime, maybe June or something like that. I did a full Maybelline, but I think I've acquired enough Maybelline products now that I could probably do like an updated version of that. So just let me know down below what kind of brands you guys like, and if you would like to see some of those videos, let me know. And you can always follow me over on Instagram and Twitter and all those, Facebook. I have all of those. So just, yeah, that's always down in the description box if you guys wanted to follow me on there. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!